Hey, what's up? I hope you're having a fantastic day and welcome to the very first video in the brand new studio space. I'm still setting everything up and getting it all dialed in, but I created a temporary video setup to bring you a video today on the brand new BOSS GT1000 CORE. This is Boss's brand new guitar processing unit, and today we're going to be unboxing it and we are going to be sharing my first impressions. Now, the BOSS GT1000 CORE is an updated and refreshed version of the BOSS GT1000. Now, the GT1000 was exceptionally popular amongst working musicians. It came out in 2018 and it offered a fantastic, compact, portable solution and also relatively affordable for that type of technology at the time. Because if you wanted guitar processing modeling technology in 2018, you were looking at Kempers, Helixes, Axe effects, and all of those would cost thousands of pounds to get that type of guitar tech. Well, now BOSS have taken this even further with the GT1000 CORE. They've made the unit even smaller, even more compact and easy to transport, and they've made it even cheaper at £599, which is around £200 cheaper than the GT1000 in the current market. Now, first thing we're greeted with out of the box is actually the owner's manual. Now, this is relatively comprehensive. It seems more like a sort of getting started guide. I believe there is a more in-depth manual that you can download from BOSS's website, because with this new range of products, they seem to be providing you with a very small manual to get you started, and then if you want to read further, you can actually download one. I guess it's obviously, saving the environment on the paper, because not everybody reads the manuals, but if you do want to get the most out of your GT1000 CORE when you get this product, be sure to check out my ultimate guide when I release it. I'll put links in the video description, so keep an eye out over there where I'll take you through all the settings and teach you how to use this product in depth. So let's actually move on to the main event, which is the BOSS GT1000 CORE. Absolutely really well packed as always with BOSS products. Nice little foam that grips the product perfectly. Now, I still cannot believe how small this BOSS GT1000 CORE is. For the power that's inside of this guitar processing effects unit, it's absolutely unbelievable how they've managed to fit it into such a small form factor. Now, first impressions of the actual product, the build quality is absolutely exceptional. I'm really impressed with this sort of brushed finish on the actual black of the pedal. It's really, really pretty. And something that did shock me was with these knobs here, I thought they were going to be quite loose, but they have a nice sort of tactile click to them, so you are being quite accurate when you're modifying the settings within the actual amplifier when you want to do that. Now, let's actually talk about some of the key specifications of the GT1000 CORE that has got me really, really excited. The first one is the fact you can run two different simultaneous amplifiers with this guitar processing unit. Now, currently with the Kemper Profiler, which is my guitar processor of choice, I'm restricted and limited to a maximum of one amplifier at once with the Kemper Profiler, which seems awfully underpowered considering how large and bulky that guitar processing head is. Well, you take a look at this little tiny guitar amp processor and you would not believe that you could run two amp modeling profiles at once, which is absolutely insane to imagine. And I'm excited to see how that expands my creativity while I'm performing the guitar. Another interesting specification of the BOSS GT1000 is the amount of effects blocks that you can actually set up. Now, you have a total of 24 effects blocks that you can load in different overdrives, reverbs, delays, modulation effects, all those types of things into, which allows you to have a very expansive effects chain, which once again kind of beats my Kemper Profiler, and I can get even more creative with the way I stack and use my effects with the BOSS guitar processing unit. So the only accessory you get with the GT1000 CORE is the power brick and also the power plug. Now, I really wish that BOSS had included a USB cable, and a MIDI adapter. Now, the reason why I wish they included a MIDI adapter is because recently they have been innovating on their MIDI in and MIDI out connections, and they've gone away from the traditional 5-pin input and they've shrunk it down to a TRS MIDI jack. So this means sort of like an aux cable input now transmits MIDI data between the new BOSS pedals. Now, I really wish they provide some form of an adapter, because obviously every single device that has a MIDI in the rest of the marketplace, including Boss's old pedals from a few years ago, has the traditional 5-pin input. And it's extremely frustrating having to figure out which are the correct cables and the correct adapters to make your old devices work with your new devices. So if they just simply provided such a simple accessory in the box, I feel like this would make the whole end user experience so much easier, because I just find it really frustrating that I can't just plug this straight in to my Neck the Pacer MIDI foot remote and other devices that have the traditional input, and now I have to go and spend extra money on an adapter. It's just something that is really, really small that I think would make the whole experience a lot better for the people buying the products. Now, I've just spent some time playing with the BOSS GT1000 Core's presets, and I'm extremely impressed with this guitar processing unit. I cannot believe that there are 250 factory presets straight out of the box that all sound really, really good. They really showcase and demonstrate the power of the BOSS GT1000 Core and the potential of what you can do when you create your own user presets. Now, coming from the Kemper Profiler, I instantly noticed how responsive this guitar processing unit felt. It really, really responded to the articulations and the dynamics of how I was manipulating the plectrum on the strings when I was playing the guitar, and that really translated through the guitar processing unit. And at times I forgot that I was playing with a digital guitar amplifier. It really surprised me how natural and realistic it felt and responsive. It was really nothing like I've experienced before with guitar processing technology. Some other things, first impressions that I liked as well, is the allocation and how they've maximized this LCD display. Considering how small the pedal is, they could have easily put a really small display that would have made it difficult to use. But I love that Boss were quite innovative and made an extremely large display, as large as they possibly could, to make this as easy as possible to use. It makes it super easy to tweak the settings and figure out what you're actually doing with the pedal. And I like these foot switches as well. They're extremely responsive when you click them in, and these LEDs are so bright where it makes it so clear what the pedal's doing, and they're not too harsh where they hurt your eyes either. Now, something really cool about the foot switch layout over here is obviously we can switch up and down patches in the default state, but this control pedal here can actually be set up on certain presets to turn a specific effect on and off, like a stomp box. So you can turn an effect on and turn an effect off just like that. Now, I have a full video discussing all of the different foot switch layout modes that you can check out over here in my GT1000 announcement overview video. I did an in-depth discussion about those features in that video. But if you've enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing and turning the notification bell to on so you can catch all my future Boss videos coming throughout November and December. But as always, I've been Ben Rollins. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.